Hi everybody, welcome to Doing It Sober YouTube channel. I wanted to take this video today. We're actually all headed to a meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous, and thought we'd talk a little bit about recovery on the way. So what's our topic today, ladies? What did it take you to get sober? Like, what was it actually that brought you there?
Just basically being so low and desperate that I really had no other options except for killing myself, or I was going to get sober. And I was at a point where I was willing to take direction from somebody else, really.
How many times have you ever tried to gotten sober before that?
Yeah, a few times. And the reason I never stayed sober for the long run was just because I stayed in self-will. Or I took it back, I should say. I also didn't finish my steps. So.
Whoops. Did you have any idea that alcoholism was an actual disease? Did you ever know that? And from at what time in your life did you know that, if so?
Well, I mean, I've been in and out of treatment centers and since I was little, so I always knew that it was a disease. It was not a baffling thing for me to find out. I always knew I was an alcoholic. I just until I was ready to do what I had to do to stop drinking I knew it was a disease. It just, I didn't care.
Well, from what I can personally say is I had no idea it was a disease. I thought I knew everything, but I really didn't know a damn thing. I just thought I needed to live like this, and my life was just chaotic and crazy. I grew up hanging around in Hollywood, and every night we'd party, and I was a happy drunk, and we had a lot of fun, and then the drugs came in, and that took me a long time. I had a horrible cocaine habit, and then the other drugs came into my life, and the first time I was introduced to Alcoholics Anonymous, I was 21, and I had a horrible night, partying all night, and the next morning I had turned myself into the hospital. I guess you can call it a spiritual awakening, but could have been just a lucky moment, because I knew where to go when I did want it, when I hit my spiritual bottom. I still didn't have any idea it was a disease. I just kept going on, and I didn't know there was any other way to live until I actually came into AA by mistake again. And the love that I felt there kept me open and willing to be able to do whatever was needed to live the life that these people were living, because they're all so beautiful and happy, and for the most part just living day by day and getting through issues and staying sober through it as well. How about you? Have you always known that alcoholism was a disease, or is this something new?
No, I didn't know that. And even if I did know that, I didn't think that I was an alcoholic. I remember getting to a point where I was taught that in IOP, because I was in and out of so many IOP programs, but I just didn't think it still ever applied to me.
What are you doing now in your sobriety, and how long have you been sober?
Been sober 2.5 years, and what do I do now in my sobriety? I just stay connected with my sponsor. I stay connected with meetings and the fellowship. I pray every day, and a constant surrender of my will, because it's something that I like to often take back.
Are you part of AA or NA, or are you part of what program are you part of?
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Awesome. Do you when you pray, were you always spiritual before this, or did you kind of find your God within here, within the program?
No, growing up, I always believed that God existed, I think.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that he believed in me, and I didn't think that he knew who I was or paid attention to me. I was really resentful of him for very many years, and it got to a point where I was desperate enough, and I was so broken down and submissive because of the lifestyle that I was living, that I just took direction from anybody who told me anything. And when they said to pray, when they said that you have to believe in something greater than yourself to remove this obsession, I just did what they said. I didn't really think twice about it, and eventually I started believing in what I was doing.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's 2.5 years is a long time. Can I ask how old you are?
22.
Well, a 22-year-old starting their life out sober. That's great. That's great. Natalie, how old are you?
I'm 25.
And how many years of sobriety do you have?
I have 3.5 years.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Almost
I'm hitting
4.
9 this year.
Yeah, she's old.
It does get harder, though, I will say, just as far as the emotional sobriety part. So, you got to continuously